This morning, President Clinton is answering questions about sex with NBC's Craig Melvin, and things got heated.
A few days ago, in response to critics who have suggested that you should have approached me, how would you have approached me differently?
Well, I don't think it would be an issue because people would be using the facts instead of the imagined facts. But I think partly because they're frustrated that they got all these serious allegations, but you don't have a right. A lot of the facts have been conveniently omitted. I defended the Constitution.
You think this president's been given?
But it hadn't gotten anything like the coverage that you would expect. I think that it doesn't mean I agree with everything. I still have some.
While I was in my first sexual harassment out of college, do you think differently? Do you think differently?
I left the White House $16 million in debt. But 2/3 of the American people sided with me. I had sex in the 80s. I had 2 women in the 80s when I was governor. Women were in the Attorney General's office in the 70s. I've had nothing but women in my office since I left. You are giving one side and omitting facts.
Mr. President, I'm not trying to present a side.
You asked me if I agreed. The answer is no, I don't.
And I asked if you'd ever apologized, and you said you had.
I have.
Do you think differently? You didn't apologize to me.
I have.
How would you have approached me differently?
Well, I don't think it would be an issue in the 80s.
An apology?
No, I do. But I did say publicly on more than one occasion that I was sorry. That's very different. The apology was public.
And you don't think a private apology is owed?
I dealt with it 20 years ago plus, and the American people, 2/3 of them stayed with me. And I've tried to do a good job since then with my life and with my work. That's all I have to say to you.
So I just saw the interview that I've always wanted to see with Bill Clinton, thanks to Craig Melvin. That's the interview I think we've been waiting decades for. This abuse of power, and then his wife running for president and not facing what happened. And the continued abuse that happened under him, and the example he set for America's children about what is. So my thanks to Craig Melvin.